out your phone. Yeah, Tone. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party. I just woke up in time to check out my parlay from last night. I hope it's a good day. If I'm on top the leaderboard on Wanna Parlay, that mean it's a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Hawks played. I bet you Jordan Poole have an off day. Guaranteed Travis Hunter made a mouse play. If so, I done cashed on my parlay. 2 picks, 4 picks, 6 picks, 7 picks. Pick your poison. Wanna Parlay, then download the app right now. Come on, join it. If you lose one time, gotta keep on going. Flip them winnings, gotta stack them coins. Stay in the race like Jacket Joyner. You'll win if you stack them points up. NBA, CBB, MLS, NFL, MLB. Take your time, build your slip. NHL, MMA, UFC. Yeah, you can go big on big. Yeah, or you can go small on small. World Series, Super Bowl, March Madness, Championship, win them all. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party.
And we are live. Welcome back to the Wanna Parlay Podcast. I'm Lantz Bell. Below me is ToneTheGoat. And this show is brought to you by Wanna Parlay, home of the $2 parlay and the world's richest parlay, where every day people are turning $2 into $2,000. It's Wanna Wednesday, so looking in at the main event, I see a Loss Qui 22. He hit 140.33 multiplier parlay. Right now, that's first place, closing out. If this stays the same, he will be winning $2,000. Any other sportsbook or casino would pay this parlay out $280. So come on, get over to Wanna. DJ Too Good is in second place. It's actually a 5x parlay, so he's second through sixth place, on pace to win $2,400, but it's a 35.20 multiplier parlay. That will not hold. So make sure you get in there, get in the main event, throw in some winners. It's pretty wide open for the second spot, but 140, around 140 multiplier parlay, that's pretty tough to catch, but it is possible. So get in there. Go win two grand or more. On Tuesday, yesterday on the 10X, we had L Folks 25 come home with $200. D Jaribaldo. Some of these names, you guys just put me in the worst situation ever trying to read some of these. 175. Gushin 275. Got put a 2X multiplier parlay. Parlay Slayer 98 with 1,500 in the Parlay Royale. That's fucking good. That's good work on a Tuesday night, Parlay Slayer. You're living up to that username, I'll tell you that much. Middletown 25 and the 15X, $250. There he is. And that looks like, and on Monday we had Mexican Man 0211 come home with 675 big ones. That was the 15X if I didn't already say it. But yeah, good stuff from the people at Wanna, doing your job, winning money. Good work. Keep going. Keep going. We've got a great show for you guys today. We will be recapping the games last night. Going in accountability hour as always and doing all of that. But before we get started, I got a quick announcement. We will now be giving a $2 entry ticket to anyone that shows face on this podcast. And when you do so, you'll have the opportunity to give us a 2-man parlay. And if that parlay wins, you will earn $10 more in entry tickets. So folks, take advantage. We're literally giving away free money. You don't got to do much. Just got to show your face. Get on the podcast. Give us a winner. And you guys are, you guys are winners out there, so that'll be simple. All right, well, hopping into it. Accountability hour. Tone, I'm gonna let you go first because I saw your slip, and that was good stuff that you did yesterday. So go ahead.
For sure. And I'm actually I restarted my computer, but I'm pulling it up as we speak. But I definitely
Went crazy last night. Hopefully you guys seen the post on our social media since we transitioned to a midday show, midday Eastern time, early morning on the West Coast. But I told you guys, I told you guys about the Atlanta Dream. Told you Caitlin Clark was gonna clear her points. I told you that I told you the spread. I called a lot of picks out yesterday and they went crazy. So I'm in front of it now. Accountability hour. One of my favorite parts of the show. All right, top of the list, I had Chicago Cubs for the W. They won 14-1. I told you guys they was going to bounce back from that horrendous loss. I told you they was up 6-7 going into the ninth inning. They were up, and they allowed the Marlins to hit 2 homers in the ninth and the bottom of the ninth. I mean, who does that? 2 in the game. So they bounced back with a 14-1 freaking belt to ass whooping. Pirates had the W. I called that. They cleared that. They did not clear the plus 1.5. I want to say the Pirates won 1-0. Braves W. Damn it, they didn't hit. So Pirates didn't hit the plus 1.5 and Braves W didn't hit. But here comes that win streak. Red Sox W. That hit. Las Vegas Aces W. I told you that was my lock of the day. I told you if you needed just one pick to fill your parlay out, that was the pick. And I stood on business. It hit. Aces Sun under 166.5. They didn't get close. I cleared that. Vegas Aces minus 13.5. I told you that was going to be belt to ass. I told you they was going to whoop the shit out of the Sun. They don't even have an S on their end of their name. So I mean that's affecting them. That cleared. Atlanta Dream W cleared. Atlanta Dream plus 7.5 cleared. If they cleared the W, they was going to clear that. I told you guys that. That cleared. Caitlin Clark 20.5 points over. She did it, of course. Brittany Griner, that was she snuck by. Brittany, the cat, must have helped her. I went under. I faded her 16.5, and I think she cleared with 19. So she hit that, and then that was my first and last time of the WNBA season that I will be fading Caitlin Clark's threes. I will not fade another Caitlin Clark 3-point line for the entire season. Mark my word. I faded it, and how dare me? She hit 3. She hit 5. I went under on a 3.5. Then the rest of my slip, the rest of the picks I gave you, they hit. Rays W, Yanks W, Blue Jays W. I haven't looked at Seattle W. They was up last night when I was checking it. Jewel Lloyd over 1.5 threes. She hit 6. And then Young Jackie, I think it's Jackie Young, under 9.5 rebounds and assists. That cleared as well. Went crazy, Lance.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I mean, the Caitlin Clark under threes, of course, You'll know to not do that again. She takes 10 of them. She just lets it fly. So it's like, don't even. But the rest of them, I mean, you told me Atlanta Dream, the hometown team, they're gonna win. I thought there was no way, but it's starting to look like a trend on that Indiana teams. They can't really play defense. A lot of offense, can't really play defense. But we'll see. The Mariners actually ended up losing to the White Sox, which is diabolical. Never would have thought that happened. And then, the Aces, belt to ass, and, all the other picks. Like, that's good stuff, Tone. That was a masterclass you put on there. What is that total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 5? Those are great numbers, folks. Those are great numbers. So make sure you keep paying attention, stay locked in on this show, because Tone just gives winners like there's no tomorrow. All right, let me go. My accountability hour, I went 3-3. Not great. Could have been better. We stay about even if we're doing units wise. Naz Reid over 1.5 threes. The Minnesota Timberwolves bench was just complete bricks, folks. Just complete bricks. Lonnie Lyle 0 for 5. Diabolical. Lonnie Lyle, you're starting to become just a meme of this podcast. You're throwing the flag. Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I know that we're getting, probably both of us getting flags thrown on us in the right when he gets on here. But Cason Wallace over half a 3. He just needed 1, and he got just 1. He did his job. Good on you, Cason Wallace. Anthony Edwards rebounds. Hey, they took Gobert out early. It is exactly, it was exactly what I said. Honestly, even on the clip that we posted to our social medias, I literally said, because of the stagnant offense that the Timberwolves will have with Minnesota or with OKC's defense, they're going to get Gobert out of the game early because he just doesn't, they have too good of rim protection for Gobert to be anything, unlike in the Warriors series or the Lakers series where he's a mismatch. He's not a mismatch here, folks. He's actually a bad matchup. So they get him out of the game. Put in Naz Reid. Too bad Naz Reid was fucking bricks. God damn. But, he'll be back. I think the Wolves will bounce back a little bit. Not too much. I guess OKC in 5. But we'll keep going. Anthony Edwards over 1.5 steals and blocks. This didn't cover. Alex Caruso over 1.5 steals and blocks. This didn't cover. That's tough. His blowout didn't really stay highly contested through the second half. I'm pretty sure it was 70-40 in the second half. Just didn't go our way. It's unfortunate. But Phillies -2.5. Baseball line of -2.5 covered. They won by 3. Phillies 7-4 over the Rockies. So 3-3. You don't love it. You don't hate it. It is what it is. Do we have Lonnie's picks to read them off, or?
I didn't have Lonnie's last night. I was so busy locking in those.
All right, no worries. Let's talk about the game a little bit more. Last night, Julius Randle did the best he could. He was hitting shots, looking like a baller. This guy's run in the playoffs is unbelievable. I just could have never in my life guessed that Julius Randle would play this way in the NBA playoffs. Yeah, even if I knew it was someone from the future and they told me this, I still wouldn't believe it. Because no, Julius Randle's not doing this. But he is, folks. He is. But the rest of the supporting cast, holy shit. Naz Reid, 1 for 11, 0 for 7 from 3. That's what I mean. Fucking bricks. Dante DiVincenzo, yeah, we saw it. 3 for 14, 3 for 12 from 3. I mean, he's just jacking them. Alexander Walker, 3 for 11. What is that combined? 22 plus 14. That's 7 for 36 from the field. 7 for 36. That's awful. That's insane. That's sick work. Clearly you're not going to win. You wouldn't even win in the regular season with those numbers, let alone a playoff game. So tough game 1 for the T-Wolves. Tone, are you a little worried about that potential? What is it? You get Alex Caruso's jersey?
No, I'm not worried at all. I'm not sweating not one bit. It's not any sweat coming down. I told the people, I told them yesterday, I was the only one that predicted the starting outcome, but like I told people, they're going to come out 2-0. Going to come out 2-0, people. OKC is going to come out 2-0, and then Minnesota's going to win there too. It's going to come out like that. How the series end from there is going to be a dogfight, but it's going to go 2-2, people. Trust me. So no, I'm not sweating one bit, but few things. I think arguably the Randle and Cat trade might be one of the greatest trades in NBA history when you're talking about equivalency, when you're talking about fairness and immediate effect to a franchise. A lot of times trades take maturation and the building of chemistry and this, that, and the third. I think that trade for both of these teams to be in conference finals, this may be the first time in NBA history that teams have traded and make the conference finals, and they traded one of their stars. So I think that's one thing to note. Ant-Man, early injury, he came back in, but that early injury, I think that swayed the whole game. Diabolical shooting from the field. That won't happen every game. But again, OKC, they've built a great supporting city. They've built a great aura out there in OKC. They're out there in those games deep. It's electrifying out there at the Thunder home games. Plus, this didn't just start now. This culture started back with the KD and the Russell and the James Harden. So they've been fiending to have this feeling back. So I didn't look for the Wolves to go in. I told you guys, I never looked for them to come out the gate. Look at I seen 3 faces. I haven't seen the whole playoffs from the Wolves last night. Rob Dillingham got in. it was another guy. What the fuck is this guy's name? Let me find him. Josh Miniot played last night. Who in the hell is Josh Miniot? So I mean, no, I didn't expect him to win the first 2 games. I mean, come on, tough loss, but I predicted that one.
The script is going right to, as you said, I didn't know it was going to be this big of a blowout in game 1, but it was OKC. You're 100% right. I mean, ever since the franchise moved from Seattle to OKC, what was that? Russell Westbrook's rookie year. I mean, they've loved their team. They've shown they deserved to get that team from Seattle. I mean, some will argue. But, man, those fans show up and show out. There's not much else going on in Oklahoma City, so I don't know what the hell else you'd be doing. So, I'd be there fucking rooting on my team, too, if I lived there. But good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, let's
some exciting news, Lance, before we switch gears. People, tomorrow we have a champ that's going to be on our podcast. We got a guest tomorrow, Lance, David T 885, who won 530 times. So we're looking forward to, chopping it up with him.
Let's go
tomorrow. Yeah.
Electric. That's good stuff. So, and he was in you said 15X?
30X.
Oh, 30X. Jeez.
David T 885.
David T 885. All right. Well, when he comes on, we'll have to see what his strategy and things of that nature are. But tonight, Pacers at Knicks. Tone, talk to me. What is the script? What does the script read?
I'm the latest. This is the one that. This is the one that just came out. This is fresh, guys. If you've been keeping up with our podcast, I usually get the scripts around the 6 o'clock hour, but they've been providing us a little early access now that we're running the pie early. So, Lance, I see it no other way. I don't know if so correct me if I'm wrong, Lance. Indiana, we're in Indiana tonight, correct?
No. Madison Square Garden.
Okay. So I seen that Madison Square Garden, and I think I reposted it on my story. They are charging $50+ grand for floor seats, guys. I don't see no way in hell the Knicks losing tonight. It's going to be like OKC, but times 10. They have been fiending for this for so long. I guarantee you, no bullshit, all bullshit aside, guys. I bet you that the Pacers franchise has provided some extra personnel and security for arriving and leaving the games. I guarantee you, because New York is a different beast. They're just different out there. But I see them coming out this gate and having something similar to last night with the Timberwolves. They're gonna win by maybe like 18 or more. That's what I'm calling out. Remember, I told you guys, and it's just gonna be basically off of pure electricity, pure home advantage, just pure excitement. A lot of times the away team, have to get those jitters off. You dealing with so much, you gotta. It's a whole new series, whole new importance of this series, and I don't see the Pacers equipped to come into New York game 1 and win. Nah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really think the Knicks. I'd take their spread. It opened at 3.5, but now it's 4.5. I think you just take the points, eat them, and because it seems like the Knicks will belt to ass. But man, it's really, if the Knicks can really play defense and not just let the Pacers get out and run and get all those points in transition and fast break, like easy points. If they can stop like the free easy points, then they should be belt to ass. But man, they let Halliburton start running around, and Nembhard starts hitting a couple. Turner hits a couple from the top of the key. Everything gets moving, and then, they let it slip away. That'll be if Halliburton wins this game 1. I mean, yeah, that will shock. That'll shock me a lot. But I know Tone doesn't believe in Halliburton over there, so it seems like it should be Knicks. But man, if he go ahead,
I will say, Lance, I think what you said are valid points. I feel like if Pacers don't have that flame in the first half, game is over. I feel like if the Knicks can own the first half, I think this is going to be a first half determined game. If the Pacers can go into the second half close, that can shift things. I'll admit that, because those darn Pacers get out there, get the fucking running and get the shooting and shit's going in, shit can switch fast. But if they can control that first half, there's no fucking way they're going to come back from a 15-point deficit from the first half with those fucking Knicks fans. And I don't see that happening, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because, you know, if the Knicks can really just put them out of their misery early, like, you know, one of those, like, they go on a run, especially at the end of the first half, Brunson hits a 3, Anunoby hits a, you know, kind of go into halftime with all the momentum. You're right. I think they probably fold at halftime. They don't really come out, but they're hanging in there, and it's like 62-63, and Halliburton has some juice. You know, they end the half on the Pacers end the half on a run. I'm like, dude, they can beat anyone. I mean, they've won both these series in 5. They beat the Bucks in 5, and then they beat the Cavs in 5. And I'm like, these guys are good. They are sneaky good. I mean, who the hell, you know, really, if you think about it, who actually was watching Indiana Pacer basketball this year? Not many.
Lantz was.
Yeah. I was paying attention. To Halliburton, but not many people have seen this squad. And man, they have shown the NBA world that they might be legit. And, you know, the Knicks as well. And to go back to your point, yeah, it really did end up being one of the most even trades in NBA history. Knicks T-Wolves. Remember early, the Knicks couldn't play pick and roll defense, so people were worried about the defensive side of the ball. But as we've gone to playoff time, it's shown, you know, physicality, having the wings, and just being able to throw bodies. You know, they're good defensively. They're chilling with Bridges and Anunoby that play like damn near 48 minutes a game. But on the other end, remember Minnesota. All year, people were like, I don't know, the fit isn't good. They had the slow start to the season. They were always hunting right at that, like, anywhere from the 10th seed to 7th seed. You know, they're just right there. They barely clawed in to be the 6th seed right at the end of the season. And Randall was hurt, and he was like just coming back, and I think it was March or something. And no one really knew. And man, this playoff run has just shown what a trade. Because, you know, obviously, I guess the Knicks, they lost in the semis, so they've gone farther than they did last year. But the T-Wolves, I mean, honestly, they're back to where they were last year. But, you know, I guess, yeah, different squad and it looks good, but you know, we'll see what they can do against OKC if they can make a finals. But I don't know there, Tone. I don't know. It's looking like Lonnie's gonna have Isaiah Joe on his chest. I'm telling you that much. Guy's got Joe on his chest. Billy Joe, Thunder in 5. Billy Joe, you're right with us. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's exactly what we said on the show yesterday. Right here. Tone's script is a little backwards. They did the fucking. I love the random shit that the Discord does when you do some of the hand animations. It just gives you. Yeah. But thank you, Billy Joe. Certified legend. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Proposal to ban play in NFL fails. Looks like they're not banning the tush push, folks.
They're not?
Nope. Eagles will, you know, keep abusing that as much as they can. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're the best at it. You know, it is what it is. I don't really have a take yet. I haven't thought that much about it or anything. You know, I'm waiting for the NFL after. My NFL will start after NBA season. Then we'll do the off season. We'll see the workouts, the OTAs, what rookies to watch, all this stuff. I mean, we'll be updating you fantasy football type shit. So that'll be fun. But for now, it's NBA. And I'm just looking. I'm looking around. Not much going on in sports other than, you know, obviously our NBA stuff. I mean, sadly, I'm seeing Timothy Chalamet on the cover of ESPN. So I'm like, all right, I guess they're reaching. All right. Let's think gambling tonight. Let's talk gambling. Let's talk shop. Tone. What are a couple ideas? What are you thinking? Any unders? Are you mostly overs in tonight's basketball game? What do we got going on?
I'm definitely finding some unders and people. I think this is an actual cool part of the show because usually, me personally, when I was coming up with my picks, my day was busy. I'll be coming up with my picks live on the show, and it's less than an hour away from the game. And that's not my favorite time to make my lines. Lance knows I'm usually a morning guy when I like to make my lines. So this right here is just absolutely better. Plus, you guys get to see the cook up live. I'm over here going over the picks, and I'll tell you one thing that stands out to me tonight. Same way I gave you guys that aces lock last night. Minnesota lost last night, but Minnesota's going to win tonight in the WNBA. Minnesota Lynx is the lock of the night tonight. Take the W and take the minus 11.5. I will tell you that off the back. And then I am going to have some unders. But in baseball, since baseball's about to crank up in less than 30 minutes, Lance. Around 30
shit.
minutes. So what I will say with the baseball, take these W's, guys. These are all W's. Astros W, Cubs W. Cubs W. They're still on the road. They won 14-1 yesterday. They lost closely in the game 1 of the series. I think this is game 3 of the series. They're going to win again, and you can take the minus 1.5. Cubs is going to win. The Marlins are not going to. They don't have it. Yeah, take the Cubs W. Take the Cubs minus 1.5. Then Brewers, Braves, Red Sox, Giants. Brewers, Braves, Red Sox, Giants. Take all those W's. Those are mid-games bets for you guys right now. Lance, you can take the floor real quick as we're on live today. I'm going over these picks live.
Oh, no worries. I love Cat over 36.5 PRA. With the Pacers, the big man's always involved if you're the opposing team because that's how they play defense. They're just straight up one-on-one defense, keep it spread, and then once you get a turnover, they're out in transition, just out and running. So, Miles Turner, decent rim protector, on help defense and things of that nature, but really one-on-one Cat and these pick and rolls, and they'll get the switches and everything they need. I expect Cat to have a good game, especially filling up the box score like that. Another one I like, Mikal Bridges over his PRA of 23.5. All I know is he's going to play 46 minutes. So if he's playing damn near the whole fucking game, I expect him to clear this number of 23.5. But to keep going, other things I like in that game, if you don't want the PRA, because PRA does take away a lot of selections. If you're just going points, I'd probably go Brunson over 28.5. That could be a good spot. I like that one. Game 1 at home, and it's Brunson. That boy's nice. Siakam rebounds. That's another one. He's always sneaky right there. And then really,
and I have a few more too, Lance. You keep going, but I have a few more. And Lonnie, he wants to come up.
Let me bring Lonnie on the show. I forgot you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt. Lonnie Lyle, a.k.a. Eat Her Taco, folks.
Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Turn it down right quick. What's going on, people?
What's going on? How we doing?
Hey, man. Can't call it, man. How y'all guys doing, man?
We're hanging in there. We're cooking live. We want to hear your 0-5 bet slip.
Yeah, we don't want to hear this. I went 0-5. What the fuck you want me? Like, fuck?
I'm big.
I literally just erased it. What I had. I mean, I think I had Braves to win. They fucking lost. Mets to win. They fucking lost. T-Wolves to win. They lost. SGA didn't hit his points, and Ant-Man didn't hit his points. But I saw an Ant-Man interview, and he said I did not nearly shoot as much, and I would definitely shoot more next game. I think he went like 5 for 13 or some shit. So I'm definitely taking his over in this game. I don't give a fuck. I'm doubling down next time.
Okay, bet. I think that's the move too. Another one I like, folks. Sorry, I was zoning out thinking about the picks. Nemhard over 3s. Wait, is it I always get Nemhard and Neesmith mixed up, but I think it's Nemhard. Give me Nemhard over 3s. Yeah, it should be a good game. Should be a good game tonight. And that's really the most I like. It's Cat, Mikal Bridges, PRA, overs, Jalen Brunson points. I honestly wouldn't hate a Tyrese Halliburton fade. I wouldn't hate, like, even though I'm his, one of his biggest supporters, I guess. You can see the fucking look on Lonnie's face. He's like, but this could be, game one, if it's belt to ass like we think, and they're throwing Anunoby and Bridges. Adam, he could be passive this game. This could be the one to take his under on points. Sneaky one, TJ McConnell over 5.5 points. I mean, he comes off the bench and he gets real minutes, and he's a sneaky little scorer. But maybe Madison Square Garden might be a little scary for him. So that's what I like in the basketball games. You guys got any lines that you like in the basketball games?
For sure. I'll let Lonnie take the floor. I'm gonna recap mine. Plus, I got my added ones listed before. But go ahead, Lonnie. You got the floor.
I'm a double back with my Braves. I think the Braves gonna bounce back again tonight. I think the Braves gonna get that win. I also think the Knicks are gonna win. I'm taking the Tyrese over on points. I'm taking the Tyrese Halliburton 18.5 on points, and the Cat on 22.5 points. So that's a 4-leg. Hopefully, I don't have a different night. Fuck. 0-5 just crushed me. I said, what the fuck?
0-5 is the funniest shit. Especially how you came in the chat and just actually admitted it. I probably would have never, I would have just let it slide. I gotta just go with it. Billy Joe. Go ahead. Because I knew that Tone was gonna bring it up. That's why I had to hurry up and do it before Tone said some shit about it. Even though Tone didn't even have my fucking plays, I could have lied and said I went fucking 4 for 5. But I'm such a fucking realist. I'm 0 for 5. Fuck it. It happens. Hey, I respect it. And I've been there. I think I've gone 0 for 8 once on this show. So it's, it hurts. It's gambling. Sometimes you're perfect and sometimes you're the complete opposite. You're just the piece of shit. And
Whoa, wait, hey, I wouldn't.
Billy Joe, Benedict Mathurin over half a 3 made. So he thinks Benedict Mathurin.
Damn.
I'm messing with you, Lonnie. I'm messing with you. Of course, I don't.
This is what I will say to the people. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna crack jokes all day, but any face that you see on this screen right now, we are legit with the picks. Don't get it twisted. And my boy Lonnie Lyle, if he was to show you his cash outs on a lot of these parlay apps, you will understand. So don't mind the what do you call it? 0-5. Don't mind the donut. He likes other food too. He likes tacos the best. So
it's Taco Wednesday.
All right. It's my go though, Lonnie?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So from the top, y'all, I promise you need to take these down. Again, if you've seen yesterday's pick, we went 13 and 5, 13 wins, 5 losses. That is fucking phenomenal. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely over 70% if you ask me. All right. Tonight, top of the list, Astros W, Cubs W, Cubs minus 1.5, Brewers W, Braves W, Red Sox W, Giants W. Minnesota Lynx, I told you that is the lock of the day. I'm going to give you a lock of the day every day that we're on the podcast from here going out, and that is the lock of the day. I'm 1-0 with my locks of the day so far. That was yesterday, and this is the second one today. Hold me accountable. Minnesota Lynx W lock. Lynx minus 11.5. I'm going with it. Knicks W, I'm taking that. Knicks minus 4.5. I'm taking that. Jalen Brunson over 28.5 points. Me and Lance agree on that one. Cat under 22.5 points. I said it. Fade Cat tonight. It's not Cat's night tonight. It's Brunson night tonight. And Cat, he's going to have to figure out how he want to maneuver during this series because you got some trees over there in Indiana. And they deep with the trees. Pause. But they deep. They got OB Toppin. They got Pascal. They got Thomas Bryant. They got some bodies over there. So I'm going under with Cat 22.5 points, and I'm fading Cat's 11.5 rebounds. What I am looking for So they're gonna be managing his minutes. That's what I'm predicting. Mitchell Robinson over 6.5 rebounds. Pascal Siakam over 6.5 points. Hold on, that sounds crazy. They got Pascal at 6.
Oh, that is 6.5 rebounds. Rebounds.
I'm about to say, let me go put me one in right now. Shit.
Pascal Siakam over 6.5 rebounds. Obi Toppin over 0.5 threes. That is another lock of mine. Not the lock of the day, but that is a lock. 0.5 threes for Obi Toppin. He's getting that. 0.5 threes for Mathurin. Take it. Thomas Bryant over 0.5 threes. It's risky, but take it. I told you it's risky, but take it. And if you want to know how to use a risky bet, some people might be like, why you call it risky? If it's risky, I don't want it. Risky means, if you putting in a 6 or a 7 time bet, throw that in there. Don't throw it in a 2-man bet or a 3-man bet. Why would you throw a risky line in a, but if you want to take the risk, make it hefty. That's my tip for you. Josh Hart, 1.5 threes over. And then last but not least, fade fucking Halliburton tonight. Halliburton under 2.5 threes. Halliburton under 22.5 points plus rebounds. And Halliburton under 31.5 PRA. You heard it here. Wanna Parlay Podcast.
Wow. I mean, I will say we do agree on it. We do agree. And KG Little Joe's in the chat as well. Lock of the night, Halliburton under 18.5 points. Seems like everyone's saying fade Halliburton. Might be squad ride on fade Halliburton. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. Lonnie said over. Lonnie said over. It's all right. Who knows? Maybe Lonnie has a script, the donut one night, and, he might be City of Gold the next night. Who knows? I believe in it. I believe in Lonnie.
Yeah, I had the wrong script yesterday.
All right. I got a 7-man lay worth 103 points on Wanna. And remember, you can just straight copy my picks because I don't get paid out on Wanna. If I win and I make it on the leaderboard, they give me nothing. So literally copy my parlay, folks. Literally, because this is locks. Right here, Cubs, -1.5. They're playing the fucking Marlins. Enough said. That's it. Seattle, -1.5. They just lost to the fucking bummy White Sox. Dog shit White Sox. Sorry, Chicago KG. That's me. But this team in Chicago, White Sox, ass. So if they just lost to them, they're definitely bouncing back. Seattle, -1.5. I got Braves money line. That's just for my two guys here, especially if they disappointed last game. They got to come through. Knicks -4.5. I think game 1, Knicks take it, and I think it's a blowout. I got a contradicting one. Fuck it. Over. I took the over in the game. This one, I don't know. Maybe don't take the over if I think it's going to be a blowout, because obviously if it's a blowout, like the combined points aren't going to hit the over. So this one's fishy, but over 223.5. We'll see. I don't love that one, so maybe void that one, but hey, I'm being honest. And then PRA, Cat, over 36.5. Like I said, the centers, they get a good matchup against the Pacers. I think Cat's going to eat. And then last but not least, Oilers money line. McJesus, take it to the NHL. McDavid, that's the GOAT. And yeah, that's all I got. I'll go one more time. Cubs -1.5, Seattle -1.5, Braves money line, Knicks -4.5, over 223.5 in the Knicks Pacers game. Cat over 36.5, PRA, Edmonton money line. There it is, folks. There it is. All right. Should we do we got a topic for Heat Check?
We do have a topic, y'all. We got a topic for Heat Check, y'all. This is time for Heat Check, and I am your referee for the day, referee Lonnie Lyle. The topic is, out of these 4 players, which one will have the better overall career when it's all said and done? Let's just say that they ended all their careers at the age of 38. And these are the most popular players on these 4 teams. Anthony J. Edwards, Tyrese M. Halliburton, Shai G. Alexander, and Jalen Q. Brunson. All of their middle initials, I don't know except for Shai. So Ant-Man is 23 years old, Tyrese is 25, SGA is 26, and Jalen Brunson is 28. So Jalen Brunson got 10 years left, whatever like that. But Out of these four, who will have the best career overall? Not championships, just overall at the end of their career. You want to call it in the air? Who the fuck calling it?
I'll call
You call it? All right,
it heads.
And it is heads.
So who do I think? Well, it's really tough.
Hey, hold on. Hey, first, flag on Tone face. I'm tired of Tone doing it every time you do it and you get heads. Cause Tone, flag on your face. Stop making that face, bro. I don't like it. Change it. 5-yard penalty.
Look at that. You're getting flags for attitude, Tone. They say this is the best, folks. This is the best ref in the league. All right, so don't ever question it. All right. Who do I think will have the best career out of SGA, Ant, Jalen Brunson, and Tyrese Halliburton? Well,
yes, sir.
Man, this is tough. Because Shea's about to win an MVP, so he will have that to his accolade list. If Jalen Brunson won a title for New York City, that trumps so much of career accolades. Like you just think, one of those. Tyrese, if he really brought one to Indiana and did it with, like, I guess barely an all-star and Siakam and all those goons running around, he did it with them. I'm going to go, honestly, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is probably going to have the best career out of all of them. He's 23 years old. He's been to the conference championship twice. And even though I think he's going to lose this conference championship, I think he has a long time in the league. I think he has MVPs that are going to start coming his way. He's going to have all NBA teams that are going to start coming his way. And Brunson's 28 and just started making all-star games. So he, Ant being so young and already so good, I think he has the highest advantage and the highest chance to have the best career out of these four. Obviously, hopefully, barring any disaster of injuries or things of that nature, because obviously I'm not can't see the future like that. I ain't got no script on those. But I think Anthony Edwards will have the best career of those four players in totality at 30 when they all hit the ripe age at 38 years old.
All right, ToneTheGoat. Who you going with?
Am I allowed to speak now, ref?
I just called your name.
All right. So what I think, before I take my pick, I want to take this stance. I personally feel like Tyrese Maxey is going to have a greater career than Tyrese Halliburton. Let's just keep this be all the way clear. He's not even the most popular Tyrese. Maxey scored 50 points plus this year 3 times. Halliburton hasn't scored 50 once in his career.
Hey, they just got the 3rd pick. I'm going to be honest.
Just put that out there, So not even is that not a flag? Yo, what the fuck, man? You're not gonna throw a flag, rep? What the fuck you doing? You blind or something? You don't see what's going on? He just interrupted what I had going on, bro. But all right, so
it was clean. I got my grades in. It was clean.
All right. So now that we've discovered and clarified and all agreed that Halliburton not even the best Tyrese, we know he's marked off. Brunson, he's 28. I think he should be in a different category of compared players. I think by default he's lost too many. He didn't get off as to a fast start as neither of these other ones. So I think he's already kind of behind when you say career. Now Brunson will have like Lantz said, if Brunson gets a ring, man, he might go down as the greatest Knick ever. Who knows? That's a feat that but still I can't compare that to if Ant gets a ring in Minnesota. That ring in New York don't to me. I know they're gonna that glory and sentimental value of that ring is more, but damn it, when have we seen Minnesota ever? I don't
we haven't
ever. You know what I'm saying? So throwing that in, I think Brunson, boom. So it's down to Shea, And Ant, for me, unfortunately, I will have to say there's no way I'm going Shea over Ant. I think it's a good debate, but Ant is just fucking 3 years younger than Shea as well. And Ant is already a gold medalist in the Olympics, which is a feat usually most people get later in their career. He's going to interrupt me, ref. I see him by there. Get your flag ready. You're not reaching. And so, because it's still my time. So I personally feel that Ant, you know, he's going to be the most celebrated. He's going to be the most marketed. And Shea will be marketed it, but Ant is going to be the leader. Luka won't be marketed as much. Only person that will be marketed as much as Ant is going to be Victor Wembanyama. Mark my word. That's the only one. Now, if you'd have threw Victor in there, I would lean towards Victor. I feel like Victor is the next Bron, Kobe, Jordan, blah, in his own way. Ant is going to have to deal with those comparisons that Kobe had to deal with, but I think Ant has a better chance at, and people are not going to like this, but he has a better chance at being right after Jordan, but better than Kobe, I feel like, or even surpassing Jordan if he does a lot. He still has that opportunity. But yeah, I'm going Ant-Man out of those four.
Okay. So we both agreeing on Ant. Well, you both agreeing on Ant-Man.
Hold on. Yeah, but I want my rebuttal because
you said we. You just said we, Lonnie. You said so we both, and then you corrected yourself. Was that a team? Just we? Who is we?
You're reaching, Toad. You're reaching.
I was talking about myself, but it's y'all too. So you both flag on the Diet Coke. Fuck Lance. God damn it. All right, go ahead.
What you hate Diet Coke?
No, I just had to throw you something. It'd be all right.
Look at this shit. Tone loves it too. Flag on Tone for saying possibly better than Jordan. What the fuck? Damn. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Stop the Jordan shit. Bron's the GOAT. Jordan's not the GOAT. I'm done with that. I hate hearing Jordan. No, I'm not hearing it. Sorry, KG. You might have to come on the podcast just so I can yell at your ass and just fucking.
I think that's why Ant has a chance at being better than Jordan, because we know that that's not the highest bar. So he has a chance at surpassing Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. But I see what you're saying, man. And by the way, that fucking guess who else won a gold medal out of these people? Tyrese Halliburton. The one you're claiming is not even the best Tyrese in the NBA. Stop playing. This man is in back-to-back conference finals. Give him some respect. 5 games he took down the Cavs. In 5 games. Give this man some respect. He won't do it. But yeah, I think it's Ant only because, well, actually, why it could be Shea is because Shea's team is so fucking good, and they already he's gonna win this MVP. Who knows how many more MVPs he's gonna win? And if his team stays this good and he wins, multiple rings in a row, say after this season and maybe even the next season, if they actually can come through and do it, then obviously Shea, but because I think he wins this series. And if he wins this series and gets his first title, then everything changes. MVP in the same year, title in the same year, averaging 32, 5 and 5 or whatever he's been out. Those are freak show numbers, and even though you could argue how good his team, but you can't deny the numbers. They show you he shot 50% from the field during the season, had all those. He's a freak show, so it is really tough. Man, maybe I flip over to Shea because I'm like, Shea, you're getting an MVP. You're up 1-0 in the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference Finals. But he is 26. Oh, Billy Joe's firing in the chat. LeBron's still the GOAT. Stats speaks for themselves. All-time leading scorer, damn near top 5 in every category. Yeah, Billy Joe. Now you talking. But yeah, no, I'll stick. I'll stick with Ant. It's probably Ant. He'll probably have the.
And Tone, I would have added more player, but I'm only doing this strictly because of the team that are in the finals right now. So okay. I definitely would have added more highlighted superstars of the league if we were doing a broader, But yeah.
Well, I'll throw in these last facts just to try to make my debate a little more grand. We both chose Ant, so
Right.
it's not a but I will say he showed a little love to Shea, and I think Shea again is the closest one to Ant in this discussion. But a couple of things. One, I feel like the NBA and us Americans, no matter what, when it gets down to the nitty gritty and when it gets down to the real discussions, we don't let foreigners be in the top of the discussions. I just personally feel like that. And it goes the same way with the Jokic and the when we get the real talking about the best of the best of the best. I don't see us letting those foreigners get in there. And I've seen it a few times where somehow, some way, him being Canadian comes up, and then I just feel like the NBA and the markets aren't showing him the same love. Like, Shea is a phenomenal fucking player, and he should get as much coverage as Anthony Edwards, but he doesn't. He got a fucking shoe contract with Converse. They're fine. But who the fuck influenced him to go to Converse? That affects his makeup of his career, like, first and foremost. But I just feel like Shea's gonna end with less rings, less airtime, less commercials, less marketability, less all of that, just because of the fact that he's a Canadian. I think that always plays the fact with these people. But
he said, "Fuck him, he's a Canadian."
yeah, man. They bring it up. I shouldn't even know Shea is a Canadian other than the Olympics. But before they really put it on the forefront, I didn't even know Shea was not from here.
I didn't know either. I did not fucking know.
Yeah.
Hey, Tone. So look, you saying that he's not getting as much exposure. Let's say that he won a title this year. Do you think that changes everything?
Jokic has what? How many titles?
One.
But Jokic is not visible at all unless you put him on a fucking farm commercial. The fuck?
I mean, Shea has a look.
And Jokic doesn't want the limelight. That's sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but he's literally come out and said I don't want any of this. I just want to play basketball and watch my horses race, and just play with
I still feel like let me make an example though from a marketing standpoint, because that's one of my feels too. I feel like he may not want it, but still they don't want to give it to him, because it's a lot of people that don't want it in sports, but they still get it. Even like Travis Kelce, he's never been the front page guy, this, that, and the third, and whatever. But they built that light for him, and it made sense.
You started banging Taylor Swift. Once you start banging Taylor Swift, you're in the limelight of everything.
So if they, imagine Jokic having a commercial with the car that has the most horsepower. He loves fucking horses. You combine the two, it would sell. I'm a marketing genius. There's plenty of ways to market Jokic in his boring way. He can have cowboy hats. Boots on the Ground is the biggest song in the urban culture right now. Imagine if Jokic had some kind of with boots on the ground. It's tons of ways to market a boring person. They just won't.
Well, he won't. He's remember, they got to pay him and he's got to go do it. He doesn't care. He makes over 200 million.
If they did a couple commercials out there though. Jokic do got a couple commercials out there. You know what I mean?
They filmed it on his farm to his liking, where he didn't have to go somewhere. It's ways to make it back. Because I personally feel like even with Jordan, a boring motherfucker. They just dressed up his image. They just when you show up, do XYB. Lonnie, I promise you, and anybody watching, if you guys go, and this is not from a hate standpoint for Jordan. I love LeBron so much. Some people be thinking they LeBron fanatics, we don't hate Jordan. Get it correct. We don't hate Jordan. Jordan fans hate LeBron. If you go back and watch Space Jam, bro, Jordan had, I'm a film director, as you know, Jordan had this many lines and they were this fucking easy, but it came out looking so masterful because of the production, the direction, the fucking the cartoon characters got more lines than Jordan. Bugs Bunny got more lines than Jordan. I'm serious if you guys watch it, but even if you go watch Jordan commercials, Jordan show up, dunk the ball, and might say some shit like, "Want to be like Mike," and that's it. But they'll dress that shit up where it's just fucking, oh my god, Spike Lee's around here. They got the fucking cartoon. They know how to dress up the boring of the most boring. A lot of athletes are boring. Shador is boring. He don't like to do shit. He just flashy. You know what I'm saying? He don't go to the club. He don't do drugs. He's boring. But I feel like the NBA got some kind of slight towards them foreign players, man. I feel like it.
Okay, so Lance, you got some of the.
I was just gonna say in his rebuttal, he brought up somehow Shador Sanders. So like, just keep that in mind when you're judging who won.
Shador's a boring guy.
Got you. All right, so that's it for Heat Check.
Yeah.
The debate. I gotta call it a draw. Y'all.
Yeah, we
It's
did.
definitely a draw.
We did go with the same player, so it was tough. Because rarely we agree, but when we do, it's fair to chalk it up as a draw. But Billy Joe in the chat says Joker don't care about that shit for real. He just wants his check, like I said. And then he also says Shea cares about the game and the city he plays for. Damn. Oklahoma City. KG Lojo says Tone is going to get this podcast canceled when he's talking about fucking Shea being Canadian. I didn't know he's fucking Canadian.
That don't happen.
Oh, that is so funny. All right, well, that's good stuff. And I think that's gonna do it. Barring anyone got anything else? Any last picks? Any last things they want to give the folks?
What I will like to say, KG made a good point. I love Canadians. I want to clear things up. It's the NBA I was talking about. I feel like they have a slight towards foreign players. They don't get the most promo. This is not this is just an opinion of Tone's, but I stand on that. They need to show more love to the foreign players.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I mean, one of the toughest parts is, these foreign players. Obviously, Shea's different. I think English might be his first language, but like Giannis, English wasn't his first language. So when he speaks, it's not as clear, and so just thinking of that as marketability, I'm just trying to think of why. And there just hasn't been the all-time great foreign player. I mean, Jokic is going to be in that argument. 3 MVPs in a ring. Giannis, he's 2 MVPs in a ring in DPOY. So some of these, they're gonna start getting to the arguments. But there's, who in the 90s was there's no foreign guy that's battling Jordan. Like that's the problem. There's no foreign.
Not Jordan, but you had the Hakeems and Mutombos, and you had the I can name a few, but they weren't the guards. I give you that.
Tony Parker.
Yeah,
Tony Parker.
But the tough part, he won championships in his system, but he wasn't great on his own. He wasn't like one of those carry the team. What's it called? Olajuwon's a great call. That's actually a great call. Hakeem the Dream, he was nice. He's up there in those. He's up there in those arguments.
Steve Nash,
Canadian, another one. Remember, people in the top 5 point guard debates. Remember, Steve Nash is 2-time MVP. Don't be sleeping on Stevie Nash.
He's so damn cold, man.
I mean, there's some more. Go ahead.
Steve Nash has one of the most legendary steals as an MVP winner ever. You remember who he won over, right?
Oh yeah,
it was a big.
He had one over Bron and one over Kobe. That were insane, honestly, insane. But hey, those Suns teams, they were the D'Antoni. They get out and run 7 seconds or less. I mean, man, that's insane. That's good stuff. But and to think, more foreign, it's just tough. I mean, it's interesting. It's honestly an interesting debate. I wonder, as sometime we should list our top 10 foreign players of all time. We should go down foreign and American. We'll do that. But for now, I think that's all she wrote, folks. This was the Wanna Parlay Podcast, home of everything Wanna Parlay, the proud father of the $2 parlay and the world's richest parlay, where every day people are turning $2 into $2,000. Today was a great show. Thanks to Lonnie Lyle, as always, for coming on, refereeing, giving some of his picks. Even though he went 0 for 5 yesterday, he's going to go 6-0 today. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Oh, I see the flag. Put that back in your pocket. We're good. We're cool. I believe in the 6-0 today. Hey, what goes up must come down, or vice versa. We'll be, like I said, we'll be back at the same time tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be celebrating more Wanna winners, updating you on the latest Wanna leaderboards, and talking about all things sports. Folks, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps our channel tremendously. We appreciate everyone showing up in the chat. KG Lil Joes, Billy Joe, and Lonnie Lyle, of course. 0 for 5. I mean, we see that again. You just gotta. That might be a flag. He's gone. He turned off the camera, folks. He's gone. Tone, you got anything else?
Slogan: if you want to parlay, download Wanna Parlay. Tune in tomorrow. This will be our first time since we've started airing at noon Eastern that we will have a guest, David T885. Y'all look forward to that. Can't wait to see that interview, hear from the legend. Other than that, man, good luck on the games tonight. You have the picks in your possession. Use them to your advantage.
Oh, and Billy Joe, by the way, if you're still in the chat, reach out to me or Tone via on Wanna Parlay, maybe, or maybe we should put a link on our YouTube. But he asked for a link to the Discord. Maybe we can get him on. It sounds like he's got something to say. I'd like to hear it. But yeah, that's all, folks. See you tomorrow.
Pull out your phone. Yeah, Tone. If you wanna parlay, download Wanna Parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, download Wanna Parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party. I just woke up in time to check out my parlay from last night. I hope it's a good day. If I'm on top the leaderboard on Wanna Parlay, that mean it's a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Hawks play. I bet you Jordan Poole have an off day. Guaranteed Travis Hunter made a mouse play. If so, I done cashed on my parlay. 2 picks, 4 picks, 6 picks, 7